Thank everyone for coming out today to this great event. I call it a historic event in our Friendship Park history. This is a terrific milestone, and we're very glad to be out here, and I'll give you a warm welcome this very cool morning. So thank you for coming today. You know, they had the slogan, pennies for your park. Well, we came up with a slogan, and I'm going to give credit where credit's due. Our city manager and former police chief, Freddie Drennan's wife, came up with a slogan also. Have a heart, save our park. She's responsible for this life ring, and it says help on it. Y'all certainly have helped, and I'm going to talk about that just for a moment. There's so many people to thank, and my greatest fear of standing here this morning is that I might leave somebody out. But I first of all want to introduce our council. We have Precinct 1, Anna Turnage. We appreciate you, Councilwoman. Lynn Bogan Bumpers, Precinct 2, Precinct 3, Jan Miller-Stevens. Councilwoman, thank you. Councilman Precinct 4, Larry Breland, Councilman Frank Ford in 5 Precinct, and we appreciate you. I want to say thank you to a few other people, too. Back in the beginning, when we started the fundraising activities to help offset the match, I looked toward Sheriff David Allison, our great sheriff. Thank you. Freddie Drennan, our city manager. They worked, they led the efforts to raise tens of thousands of dollars for this park, and we're very, very appreciative of their effort. They did that through trying to hold on to my paperwork here, but one of the things they did, the jail and bail. The jail and bail raised over $30,000. The Deluxe Seafood Boiler fundraiser, again, it raised thousands of dollars, over $12,000. There's gumbo contests that we're looking at for the future. There's certainly raffles that we're doing, anything we can to help save the taxpayers' money and offset the match for this money. I want to thank both David and Freddie for what they did there. I want to thank Harvey Miller, I see down there on the end. Him and Trevor Adams, they traveled all over the state looking at parks and seeing in the beginning what we could do here at our park. I worked with Eric Morris, the Public Works Director, and he and I traveled across Mississippi and Louisiana looking at parks of the 21st century and trying to develop a plan and meeting with manufacturers of playground equipment. Now I'm going to shift over here to my left. You know, when you go after money for these projects, this is a $1.9 million project, you got to have help, and you got to have help in the right places. Well, I can tell you this, is that we ran into a few brick walls like you do sometimes when you're looking for funding. But we reached out to our legislatures, and we have Senator Angela Hill. We have Representative Stacey Wilkes. And then we looked to those two, and they were accompanied and worked with people like, I believe, Timmy Ladner, who's a representative. Also, they looked toward Jansen Owens. And I think Mike Seymour, Senator Mike Seymour, that serves with you, Angela. I can tell you that the money, we would have never got this money if it wasn't been for our legislatures fighting for us right here in Pearl River County and Picayune, Mississippi, in our community. I want to thank Jason Spence, Donald Hart, Board of Supervisors. I want to thank y'all for what y'all have done and contributing toward these efforts and everything. And, of course, we have Sid Albritton, our city clerk, and we have Eric Morris on the end there. Be sure and thank these people. It was a team effort. Let me say this. Nothing says community like the way a small town does when they come together like we have. Behind me, right behind my back, is a prime example of what can happen when you work together as a team. And you see the board of supervisors, you see our city council, you see our legislatures. These leaders have the spirit to serve, and they're serving us well in our community. So thank them, because they deserve the thanks for us being here today. And I appreciate each and every one of them for what they do. I just would like to read something. The playground that you see behind me, Kids Kingdom, will be one of the premier parks in South Mississippi. This playground will be the only full inclusive playground for children with disabilities on the Gulf Coast. The new playground will allow for children with and without disabilities to be able to come and share the experience with their friends and loved ones. All children will be able to enjoy this playground together. And we're very appreciative of that, and we're very appreciative of everybody that came together to make this possible. Now, we're not going to stop there. This $660,000 playground, I'm going to have Eric Morris come up in a few minutes and just tell us what it means to us, what kind of warranty we will have with it for the future, and talk about our contractor that we selected as well. But we're not going to stop there. We're going to build 2 additional tennis courts right here at Friendship Park. There's going to be a new restroom right behind this playground here. There'll be a new restroom place. There'll be another restroom in other parts of the park. We will have a new restroom at Leola Jordan Park in Precinct 2. Yes, ma'am. Long time coming. And we just can't thank Lower Pearl River Valley Foundation enough for what they do. Is Clyde Deese? I'm looking for Clyde Deese. Is he here, Sid? Okay. Anyway, Clyde Deese with the Lower Pearl River Valley Foundation, they've been a big contributor in this. We'll have these restrooms mostly because of their efforts. They've helped us in our parks. They've helped us many, many times, and we appreciate the Lower Pearl River Valley Foundation for what they've done for us. Again, we continue to look forward to the days ahead. We're going to build additional parking out here. And what are our plans for the future? We're not going to stop here. Our plans for the future, soccer fields. You know, I know that Coach Shaw, our superintendent of schools, you'll be very appreciative that we're going to work toward putting artificial turf soccer fields for the future out here. Over to my right, where you see these oak trees, where Kids Kingdom previously was, we're going to have pavilions. We're working on projects to have pavilions out there for the future where you can have birthday parties, family reunions. You're going to see a Friendship Park like you've never seen before, and it's because of a community effort. Everybody's to thank in this community. The people that served on committees in preparation for this day in this park, we thank you. It's been a team effort. Superintendent, schools, we thank you for what you're doing. Pastor Dees, thank you. Thank you for what you do and your part in helping us move this community forward like never before. We thank you. We're going to do that united together. And Reba, I don't even have words to say what Main Street is doing for our city and moving our city forward. And Lacey Lee, thank you from the chamber for what y'all are doing. It's a community effort. It's a team effort, you know, and so we appreciate it. Lindsay Ward and Christy, I know you're out there somewhere. Lindsay, appreciate y'all so much for what you've done in the past and what you will do in the future. This is a family. I'm proud to be from the small town of Picayune. Thank you very much. Thank you, and I will close by thanking Lisa Albritton, who was in charge of this celebration and this historic time today. We appreciate your hard work in putting together today. And again, this is for not only our children, but our children's children for the future. And we just appreciate the effort that came as a community. And please thank the folks up here. They deserve the credit, because I can tell you without their hard work and teamwork and the Board of Supervisors, we wouldn't be standing here today. A slogan that Reba and I came up with: we're moving our city forward. Thank you, and God bless.